Want to learn how I was able to take a channel from 100 subscribers to over 20,000 subscribers in less than 4 months? Keep watching to find out how. Okay, so I understand that a lot of you guys probably have a lot of struggles when it comes down to creating content out there and getting your content off the ground on YouTube. YouTube can sometimes seem really difficult to get started on. But in this video, I wanted to help you guys out. For a lot of you guys who are beginners, who's trying to figure out the ways of YouTube, what's important on YouTube, how do you go viral, I want to give you guys some pointers to go ahead and hopefully help you out in the future. So the first thing I really wanted to talk about is how when you're going ahead and making a YouTube channel, the main thing you should be focusing on is obviously you need to have a good video. You want to try to constantly improve yourself every day, but the most important factor that I've found is actually 50% of the video success, which is click-through rate. Now we're gonna get a little nerdy here, but click-through rate in the simplest way I can explain it. Let's say you see a thumbnail and title on the homepage of YouTube. Right before you click on a video, you see the thumbnail and title. Well, this is how it works. Click-through rate is the people who clicked on that video. So for example, let's say 100 people saw that video in the recommended on their homepage. And let's say out of those 100 people, only 10 people clicked. That means you have a 10% click-through rate. Now, in order for you to get this information and figure out what your percentages of CTR is, you can go ahead and look on your YouTube Studio dashboard. I'll leave the link down below in the description and on the screen and kind of show you an example. But you can go to your YouTube Studio dashboard, go to a specific YouTube video, and then you can check out what that click-through rate is. Now, personally for me, what I really recommend is you want to make sure to have the CTR anywhere from 5% and above. I mean, really ideally, the more CTR percentage you have, the better it is. Okay, so pretty much when it comes down to click-through rate on top of all that information, what you need to really be paying attention to is making your thumbnail and title super enticing, okay? So what I mean by that is before someone clicks on your video, they should already be asking the question, what happens next? I wanna learn more, no way. Those should kind of be the things that pops up in their head, one of those. Ultimately, what I've found is like, you almost wanna be on the verge of controversial, but not too far controversial. The more controversial you are, obviously there's a line you don't wanna cross, but you wanna try to be somewhat controversial because what ends up happening is that makes people click on the video, okay? And then once they click on the video, it's your job, however, you can't just be good at making people click on a video. You wanna make sure when they click on the video, you make it really, really entertaining and you actually fulfill what they clicked on the video for. I'll give you a good example. So for example, the next factor, the core factor of YouTube growth is audience retention percentage. And what I mean by that is if you go back to the YouTube Studio, you can go to a specific video and then you can go to audience retention. And in there, you can actually see what the percentage is of your audience retention. What I usually recommend is you try to get above 40%, all right? That's the ideal amount of percentage you need in order for it to actually hit a mega amount of views on YouTube. Once you get above 40%, usually you'll see like really good views. And so that really what audience retention really means is like the average people are watching your video for. How long are they watching your video for? And so what I'm saying is you want to make sure you keep it enticing. You're always keeping things fast paced. You never want to have dull moments in your video because the moment you have those dull moments, it's going to really hurt your performance of your YouTube video. Okay, so the next thing you want to be focusing on when it comes down to just coming up with video ideas in the first place, the biggest factor you should be looking forward to is looking for kind of the video topics that are more not super like popular and broad. You want to be more niche specific. When you're starting out with like 0 subscribers, the truth is YouTube is not going to favor your content until you get about maybe 500 to 1,000 views initially every video. That means every time you upload a video within the first 48 hours, you get 500 to 1,000 views. That's when YouTube will favor you more. But until then, you need to be focused on a very, very niche specific video ideas and untapped video ideas. So usually what I try to do is I try to come up with video ideas that are highly searchable. So for example, I don't just come up with a video idea that is just a good video idea. What I do is I try to make sure that it's a video idea that someone is searching online for. So for example, how-to videos perform really well and just various other topics like that. If I'm going and I'm trying to find a solution, let's say I'm trying to figure out how to make money online, obviously I'm going to do how to make money online in that search results on YouTube. And so ultimately what I'm saying is once you do that, let's say you make a video how to make money online and people search for that, then they'll find your video in the search results and that'll help you to gain an audience and a fan base to slowly build that up over time to then get to that 500 to 1,000 views initially eventually to push your videos to the next level. Once you get up to that amount of views on average per video, then you can start doing the more broad and a little bit more broad and popular topics. And that's when those are gonna go massive, you know, millions of views on those topics. But you can't just right off the get run right into them, okay? You kind of have to work your way up there. Start with searchable based content, then you can kind of work your way out of that. Okay, another thing that's super important when you're starting out is interaction. So interaction is like engagement, leaving likes, comments, stuff like that. Now, one thing I will mention, it's not like engagement isn't a massive factor to YouTube success. So don't focus too much on that, but you still want to try to get some engagement. So what I mean by that is simply just in your videos, remind people to subscribe to the video, remind people to leave a like in the video and comment below. Try to give them a reason and what to comment about, so you help the conversation to begin and start. When you do that, what ends up happening is you get an engagement boost almost on YouTube, and YouTube notices that people are actually enjoying your content, and that pushes you out even more. And so you want to really emphasize, you know, at the very beginning for the first, don't make it too long, make it like 5 or 10 seconds where you're asking for a subscriber, you're asking for some likes. Do it at the very beginning, and then at the very end. You want to do it around that time, right after the hook at the very beginning. And so when you do that, you'll gain a good traction of audience members who will start interacting, and again, YouTube will see that and push you a lot more. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be bringing up is when you're looking at your YouTube videos, the biggest tip I can give you guys is that as you start experimenting new video ideas and everything, the moment you start noticing that specific videos are getting way more views than your other videos, double down and make another video of that video. A lot of people just stop, you know, right after they make one good video and it gets a lot of views, they just stop there. They upload a completely different topic and video. That's not good. You want to double down on what is getting you the most views right now and try to figure out ways to make different versions of that video. That actually performs the most. And so eventually that gets you to almost have a breakout video and breakout situation where your channel starts to explode. So double down on pretty much a video that is working pretty well for you, because that's telling you something. That's telling that people are actually enjoying that piece of content that you're posting, and so you should post more. They're wanting more. A lot of people are subscribing to your channel for that specific video, so they want more of that video. So try to figure out of all your videos, what is getting the most views, and try to make another video of that, and that will help you a ton to perform in the algorithm. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. Make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe. There's the tip that I just recommended in the video, but make sure you go ahead and do that for me, and comment down below if you guys have any questions about YouTube so I can make a video around it. Also, do me a favor, go to my Instagram and follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and different things I'm working on and more tips around YouTube. And so I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.